back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
No, 319. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Zoom. Watch the run. Kill.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visual. Exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No, 319. 55, Mike. Here we go again. Hatchet.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front. Your offensive guys have got to be lost all leverage on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Look at the aim. Like 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 25. Check 25. Kelly. Don't left Kelly. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. 26. Hey, Haywood.
Now Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Over.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr now to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
It's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders 7. Packers 7.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the ground, Richard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
It's now fourth down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Down. 180. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark 38. Hey, let's go. Hey, 734. Hey, Delta. Watch the runner. Mike 38. Mike 38. Hey, tight, tight.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
6-6. Pull it high.
16 yards.
On first down, Richard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
We got 4. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 24 is the mark. I don't even know why this team.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Monday, down. You 180. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Line 36. Line 36.
to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C., and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Jump out!
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, box truck.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 7. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Carr rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's third and
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, these two franchises, very rich histories. This game, of course, part of the NFL 100 series. But the meeting that really sticks out from way back when is 1968 Super Bowl II, which at the time was known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. But Bart Starr was the MVP of that game. He went against Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, the quarterback for the Raiders. Packers would get the victory, just like they did the year before in the first ever Super Bowl over the Chiefs. And Bart Starr was also the MVP of that game. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long.
Here I come.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Do. Hey, turn it up. Express. Run. Run. 93.
Now Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, here we go. Back 38, 734. 38 to Mike. Silver. Check.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
24 is the mark. Watch the flash. Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Now Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Richard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Watch the twist. 637. Hey, echo. 1, Raider 1.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Flush to his right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Everyone got 4 down. Express.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way down to the 41-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
X3, 218, chopper. Check 13, check 13.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 44, right. 180. 180.
On the toss play, this is Washington. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't doing nothing today. What's right?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Rodgers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory, as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Oakland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.